Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some Abzan Greasefang. We played the 4-color version before, but now we're going to go back to the original, the OG itself, in terms of getting the combo out and that kind of being our main focus on the win plan. I hope you all enjoy. We're just going to get into the games directly, and if you like, please be sure to subscribe. Other than that, let's get in there. First I was like setting up the camera and then I hit record on like the Nutter Butter hands, but you know, that's sometimes it's just the way it be, and I don't have a white source, so probably we'll find it, right? We'll find it, right? Nah. We're not getting burned, right? All right, we're against mono green. Who would have thought? Well, without a fatal push, we're just gonna take the thing that slows them down the most. Just don't have drawn another one. Argument could have been to like maybe take the Kiora, but I think just waiting there is better. So we need this Grizzly Salvage to hit good card plus Greasefang. Or not Greasefang, a card for Greasefang. Need to hit a land and a card for Greasefang. And we'll feel good. If it doesn't hit, then we don't feel great. Fire it off. Okay, so we hit every land. We have to grab this Temple Garden because we need a white. I guess theoretically we need it to be a white land, but man, it always feels so bad when it's just like the top card. I'm gonna play this down. We have a I guess the other card we hit was Chariot, and I'm just being a complainy little whiner. So my bad. I didn't even see Chariot there. I was so focused on trying to hit the Parhelion that I just didn't even notice it was 4 lands and a Chariot. Okay, we kind of did a thing, I guess. So if they play Kiora here, we feel great. They could play a 4/4. That would not be great. We have nothing else in here. We have plenty of ways to get cards out of our hand in our graveyard to make our Greasefang good. Even like a Thoughtseize on herself would be fine. Maybe not the best, but that's a 3-mana 4/5. But Grizzly Salvage could hit again. It hits Parhelion, which feels great. We're gonna grab the Boost Constrictor. Parhelion's in there, like we said. We'll bring it back. We'll crew with Greasefang. Well, actually, no, because they can just block Greasefang and it deals less. So we'll do this. We'll go to combat. Bring all these back. So if they block here, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, they can actually block an angel and live at 1, I guess. Yeah, so we summoned the one. Had to kind of have a crazy turn because we only ever need 1 creature to get through. We have the Collector to make the Parhelion active. This Collector's kind of cool. If you haven't seen it, I never seen it before either, but I saw this playing it, so I kind of wanted to play it. It has reach itself, so it's kind of like Strongy and maybe some Angels when they play like the 2-mana one that's like a mana dork, so they can't quite just attack you with it. But it also has the discard clause, which is great when you look at it like our hand with 2 Parhelions in it, or 3 Chariots, and then something like it can't stay away. So it's kind of cool. Sometimes it's even been relevant in the terms of like we only have 2 mana, but we've played a Noose Collector and say we didn't draw a land, but we have a can't stay away in hand. We can also discard the Greasefang to the Noose Collector and then pick like cast can't stay away, put Greasefang back, and then discard its card we want it to hit. Yeah, it's pretty much what we want. We got Collector. We want the Grizzly Salvage to hit some stuff. But Collector can also be a sacrifice to our Eldritch Evolution. Organ's Control will feel obviously a little bit worse trying to barrel that off. As like, this will 2-for-1 us. There's a white source. Let's make it the Collector for now. Because in theory, if we draw Parhelion or the cart, we can then discard a card. Okay, well, guess not. The Thoughtseize. We could Thoughtseize them if we think they're on Adeline or something. Let's attack. I have the option to kind of stick with the same game plan. So do I just kind of like prevent them, or do I cast a salvage? Maybe I just cast salvage. Salvage seems like the better play here. Yep, there's the Adeline. Kind of what we were ready for. We get attack for 3. Not a whole lot we can do. Could have held the collector back, but they were going to trade off the Thalia, you know. We weren't going to stop them. Oh, well, okay. Or we can just do the thing. That's like the hard part about playing against this deck is like the hard part about playing against this deck is they have such high rolly hits like this. I don't really want to discard too much, so I'm just going to attack with Parhelion. I don't want it to be forced to discard a lot of my cards, especially whenever I can just discard the Parhelion with News Collector and stuff here. We have a legendary creature, therefore Besaidu can be used. Sure, we'll pay 2 life. I think we'll be fine if we do. Because now, Besaidu can be used for 1 mana. Because we have the Greasefang. The Thalia's Lieutenant, sure, so be it. Then it gets bigger. Second Thalia's Lieutenant, maybe. Yep. Be it. I mean, you are aware that we're dead in the air, right? Maybe not. Just take our damage and then, you know, have all this happen. I mean, yeah. Okay. Go first. Have Greasefang. Game. I've played 3 total games. I've been on the play every time, and I've had a Greasefang in my starting hand. So that's sometimes Magic really wants to brighten up your day, and today is one of them, I suppose. Watch me never hit a Parhelion or Cat Cart, like in terms of putting it in my graveyard, or we get Thoughtseize here, and we lose our Greasefang. So now it's like this is fine. We have a lot of mill here for like can't stay away and things. And there's a Parhelion, so it happens. We'll pick up a niche. We'll pick up his Blooming Marsh. We definitely need to get our lands. We have a can't stay away, so it's only a matter of time. We also have the Sky Sovereign. This mono black. Please don't be waste not. Oh, it's red black. Might even red black sack. Another Thoughtseize. Not entirely sure what you want to take in that spot. We'll play the Blooming Marsh down now because I need to. I kind of want to see if I can't stop a Fable or maybe a Lily. Yeah, I'll take the Fable. I'm not going to attack. We either need land drop or just straight up Greasefang, I guess. Or even like a way to discard our Parhelion. We have 3 Eldritch Evolutions. We have 3 more Greasefangs. We have a Cat card that we're playing next turn anyway. Unless, of course, we find a bounce land, which is a little unfortunate, of course. I guess they weren't going to attack us anyway, huh? I think we just... I think I just played the Chariot here. Make as many creatures, make their singleton removal feel not great. They have something. I don't know if it's just another Deadly Dispute and they're going to have to sacrifice a treasure or something, but I doubt it. I would see them untapping with 6 mana instead. And we know about Mayhem Devil. Okay. They have, as of right now, 2 damage. They're gonna use it now. Okay. 1 ping, 2 pings. They're gonna take out the cats so I can't screw up my Chariot. If I find a land, we don't really care. Yes. May have been a reason to crew this. Oh, you found land. I looked at my Godless Shrine and I didn't realize that it was Godless Shrine at first, and I was like, do I not have white mana? Do I just next? I think it's crew 3, right? Well, you make the right play. You just ping me. Okay. They could have prevented more damage here, unless they have the push, which they do. Okay, that works. So the play I was talking about, like being the right play, if they didn't have a push or something there, is they want to ping the Satyr Wayfinder, because with the Sky Sovereign play with the crew 3, the Satyr Wayfinder and the cat was actually enough to crew that, so it could attack again, but also Greasefang's able to crew the Chariot. We have a pretty deep look with like a Grisly Salvage. We have good draws. They don't have a whole lot of sack options, at least right now, but their little pause and hesitation makes me think otherwise. So let's fire off Grisly Salvage. We have a News Collector. Eldritch Evolution would have been a nice pickup, but I think we take the... Do we just try to start playing for this Parhelion in case we flood? I think so. You get pushed, but I don't really feel comfortable attacking any other way. Keep making tokens. No pause there. They'll attack to make a treasure. Would assume. Yep. Then we have the salvage. One instep here. You have to be careful because they have 3 attack and they can technically screw up the den here if they wanted to. Wanting your treasure to sack so they're able to fatal push anything necessarily that they need to. Like we said, fire off this Grisly Salvage. I mean, we have a couple looks. Let's make you do it. Been nice to maybe draw Thoughtseize, but like I can't complain too much. Godless Shrine actually helps work towards this. That makes like any land drop other than maybe like the Blooming Marsh and stuff become lethal. Mulligan's Command, deal 2 damage, destroy an artifact. Okay, fair enough. Have another one? Oh well, you can ping here. Yeah. This is where I just attack anyway. Get here. I think if I tag with Doll, I tag with this 3, it makes a goblin. So 3, 6, 7, 3 pings on 2 cards. They can ping this out of the way, so I have to leave a cat back and then they just eat 1, but they still take 2. Which might be all the difference in the world. That puts them lethal to like a Parhelion if they're able to remove it or get rid of one of the angels. They have to find another way to remove this Greasefang again, as we have that can't stay away. A blood token. It's 1 treasure. Or not, a 1 sacrifice. And that's a Thoughtseize, so let's look. Just a Thoughtseize. Okay. Well, let's see you hit it. You hit the push, or it has to just be push, I think. Sure. Snaps resolve. Unfortunate. So we'd be able to crew there, shoot the Mayhem Devil, attack all out, shoot the other creature, and then hit for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're at 8, so. Yeah, I'm 4 for 4 games, like just straight up one to play. So sure. Do this. We're gonna play Rafine's Informant first, I think. Although that can be slightly annoying. So we're gonna play the Reach creature first. Not let them get the easy chip damage that they might want. This is a bounce. Or they're reading it. Okay. Gackelgeist. I will discard a card if this comes to... What do I get rid of? I guess... Akanuma? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to talk about the deck a little bit and kind of how this deck can be a menace in best of one and why it's a little bit agitating to play against this in best of one, especially whenever they have like the decent draws, just what we've seen in our video today. I was kind of just hoping to get that so we can kind of talk about a little bit of the absurdities this deck has. But if you ever play this deck, you'll know, you'll at least feel on the other end of how many times, like, we don't play any removal. We're all in on just like Greasefang turn 3, hit them and kill them. Normally you have a whole sideboard plan for that. You play the white spells to remove stuff and some removal like that, or some ways to stop our opponent or allow stuff to get through. But in this version of the deck, we're all in. We want to Greasefang. If we don't, we're most likely going to lose. So how do we do that? We use Thoughtseize Duress, hopefully turn 1. Sometimes have to use Thoughtseize on ourselves to make ourselves discard a Parhelion, some of the sort. And then other than that, we want to use a Rafine's Informant or a Noose Collector in order to get it out of our hand, and using Satyr Wayfinder and Grisly Salvage to put them into the graveyard from top of our library. Some of the downsides, of course, is if you don't have Can't Stay Aways, like one active or anyway, and you do Satyr Wayfinder or Grisly Salvage, sometimes you'll mill over your Greasefangs, and then you have like a super long time before you're ever actually able to turn your game plan on, and that is not very good. Or you'll find it that you have Greasefang, but really no way to put these in the graveyard. It's just whenever you play it against it in best of one and you get eye rolled by it and you just get crushed on turn 3, where they're just Thoughtseize you, Satyr Wayfinder, put a Parhelion in the graveyard, play Greasefang, put it into play, hits you for 13, you can no longer win the game. And that sucks. It sucks playing against that sometimes in best of one and how hard it can be, but also we can sometimes see like a lot of times it gets clunky, like it's not very good, or like angels can just slam you because they gain so much life that these are not even close enough to scratch the surface. But like red black's always kind of able to remove Greasefang, and if they have any amount of pressure on the board, it's just pretty tough to beat. Things like Shieldred can also ping you out of the game. Fable's a really good value card that like you can't really deal with, and if they're determining the tempo, you can't do anything with it. Mono blue can sometimes also be slightly frustrating. Mono blue, you can do your game plan a lot of the times because you're not casting it, you're getting Greasefang to kind of cheat it in, so they're not able to just like directly counter your Chariot or your Sky Sovereign or your Parhelion, so it's a little weird. Other than that, the deck is very high rolly. I personally like the 4-color version better. I can actually just go to that real quick. I personally prefer this one. It's Esper, it's 4-color because of like a Chariot, but I actually prefer this list more because it has a game plan to win outside of this combo. Really? Because you can flip Rona and use this 5/5 Phyrexian Obliterate type card to get in value. You can use Thalia to kind of slow mono red down and make it harder for them to cast their stuff, or Emery to bring back, weirdly, a lot of things in terms of Grelv, the Mox Amber, or even targeting the Sky Sovereign. Sometimes Parhelion, not really, maybe even a Chariot. But like Emery has a lot of synergy with this, and then playing Rafine and Shieldred to gain a ton of life and stall out until finally we establish a Greasefang into one of these. The downside here is there's no Can't Stays Away. So if Greasefangs hit the graveyard from Emery, they're kind of just there permanently. But either way, I hope, other than that, we'll go back to this list. Hope you all enjoyed the video. I enjoy making these. It's been pretty fun. Other than that, I'm just going to call it there. So see you around in the next one. Thanks for watching.